Hi, I'm Adam Pritchard, Assistant Curator of Paleontology at the Virginia Museum of Natural History. And, as with many of you, I'm socially distancing. In light of the coronavirus crisis, I'm here in my house in Martinsville, Virginia, away from the VMNH, and that's hard. I'm lucky enough to be able to do a lot of work from home, so that's not a problem. But I miss the museum. My coworkers, volunteers, the fossils housed there. It hurts to be away, and I'm looking forward to going back. But, that being said, one of the things that bothers me is I have a dire and very important need to talk to people about fossils every single day, and for some reason, my cats just don't seem to be all that interested. Can't figure it out. So, in coordination with VMNH social media, I'm going to be bringing you tales of ancient life for the foreseeable future. In these videos, we'll be exploring fossils from the VMNH collections, how they fit into our world, and the whole of the history of the fossil record. Because the story of life on our planet is the single most extraordinary story that I know of. So, we begin with the tale of Eobalaenoptera, which is really a tale of a fossil whale. It rhymed. Now, whales have been a major part of marine environments for over 50 million years. You have two major types. On the one hand, you have the baleen whales, animals like the humpback or the blue whale. And these are toothless animals that, instead of teeth, have this long, almost hair-like substance that hangs down from their palatal regions, and they use it to screen the water, basically, screening out tiny microorganisms, animals like krill, zooplankton. On the other hand, you have the toothed whales, animals like sperm whales, dolphins, orcas, and, as their name suggests, these have teeth, and they use them to catch larger prey than do the baleen whales. Fishes, squids, heck, in the case of orcas, seals, sharks, even other whales. And we actually know a lot about the history of both of these groups, the baleen whales and the toothed whales, thanks to the fossil record. Whales have a pretty good fossil record dating back over 40 million years. It really helps to be a large animal with heavy bones. The fossilization process is kind of one that risks a lot of damage, so animals with small, brittle bones, let alone animals that have no hard parts to their bodies at all, tend not to fossilize as well. I really don't envy the paleontologists who study bird fossils, let alone jellyfish fossils. Yeah, that's a thing. Now, the fossil record of Virginia has actually been really helpful in understanding the history of whales in the fossil record. There are a lot of fossil sites from basically Richmond to further east along the eastern shore that preserve the past 25 million years of marine environments off the coast of the state. And one of the most important of those fossil sites is the Carmel Church Quarry in Ruther Glen, Virginia. It's a site that's managed by Martin Marietta Materials, who kindly allow Virginia Museum teams, including volunteers, to come to the site and excavate fossils for the collections. And it's amazing. I've only visited there once in November of 2019, but we found so much interesting stuff that I am looking forward to sharing with everyone that I cannot wait to go back. Fingers crossed we'll be heading back later in 2020. The Carmel Church site preserves the record of a long span of Virginia's coastal history. Some of the oldest fossils there are from over 50 million years ago. Most are from a span about 14 million years ago, and others date more recently, about 10 million years old. There are records from the site of over a dozen species of sharks, sea turtles, crocodilians, yes, ocean-going crocodiles off the coast of Virginia. Just think about that for a while. Manatees, and a lot of fossil whales, including both toothed whales and baleen whales. The museum has been going to the Carmel Church Quarry site for a long time, dating back to the 1980s. And one of the most important fossil discoveries of the site was a whale skeleton discovered in the field seasons of 1991 and 1992. The type specimen of Eobalaenoptera harrisoni. The The skeleton was excavated by Dr. Nicholas Fraser, former VMNH curator, during the 1991 and 1992 digs. It wasn't scientifically analyzed until the next curator got hold of it, Dr. Butch Dooley, who with a team of colleagues published the specimen in 2004. It can sometimes take a while to get these things properly analyzed and understand their position in the history of life. Now that skeleton is Virginia Museum of Natural History specimen 49577, a partial skeleton that includes the back of the skull, the chest region, and the forelimbs. Well, the four fins. It's a whale. And also most of the backbone back to the pelvic region. The ear region is really important for identifying new species of whales in the fossil record because it's very, very distinctive across different species of whales living today. Dr. Dooley and his colleagues looked at that ear region to get the best sense of how Eobalaenoptera fit into the bigger picture of whale evolution. And what they found were a lot of similarities with a group of whales still living today called the rorquals. Rorquals are a subgroup inside of the baleen whales. It includes things like humpbacks, blue whales, minke whales, a lot of animals with very long skulls and very sort of flat snouts. And at 14 million years old, the skeleton of Eobalaenoptera is one of the oldest to preserve these characteristics of rorqual whales. But it's an ongoing question. Other scientists, including Dr. Thomas Desmarais, claim that Eobalaenoptera actually looks like some more primitive baleen whales. So even though if it looks kind of like rorquals, those might be ancient characters rather than specific ones that are exclusive to the rorquals. Once the crisis is over, I am really excited to have whale researchers and the public come check out our amazing whale collections at the VMNH, including the skeleton of Eobalaenoptera. It's going to be really exciting to be able to share those fossils to the public all over again. But until that time, I'm hunkered down here, and stay tuned for more dispatches from VMNH Paleontology and more tales of ancient life. I love this mug. It's a great mug.